welcome. Je m'appelle Addison Shylock. I'd like to acknowledge that I'm speaking to you on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling route for the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. I acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. J'ai 16 ans et je suis une fière Françaiscoise de Saskatoon. It is an honor for me, alongside with the other members of Experiences Canada's Youth Advisory Committee, to guide you through tonight's online celebration. Lorsque j'étais en 9e année, j'ai eu l'occasion de voyager avec les autres membres de ma classe à Ottawa pour l'un des programmes d'échange linguistique d'Expérience Canada. En tant que membre de la petite communauté francophone de la Saskatchewan, ce voyage m'a ouvert les yeux à la beauté de ma langue et de mon héritage. La possibilité de vivre une semaine dans un environnement différent humain m'a permis de vraiment apprécier la diversité de notre pays. But in the past year and a half has been really challenging. For the first time in their 85-year history, Experiences Canada has not been able to physically travel youth across the country and had to develop new ways to help youth explore a world beyond their own classrooms and communities. Finding ways to connect young Canadians who have been particularly affected by isolation effects of the pandemic has been a priority. Tonight is an opportunity to recognize the thousands of young Canadians that took part in this challenge and to celebrate the many creative and imaginative ways they rose to the challenge and continue to share their histories, cultures, languages, and daily lives with one another. Please welcome Deborah Morrison, President and CEO of Experiences Canada, to tell you a little bit more about what to expect to see over the next hour.
Mino Ishkwa, Nawakwe. Bonsoir, welcome. My name is Deborah Morrison, and I am the President and CEO of Experiences Canada. I would like to acknowledge that I'm speaking to you from the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin peoples. Before we begin our program tonight, we want to express our deepest sympathies to the Indigenous youth and families all across the country who are grieving the loss of relatives due to the recent confirmations of unmarked burial sites at Kamloops, Muskogee, Regina, Brandon, Carlisle, and Maryvale Indian Residential Schools. Nous sommes unis et solidaires avec vous et continuerons de fournir des espaces pour amplifier les voix autochtones afin que nous puissions toutes nos efforcer d'apprendre, d'éduquer, de reconnaître et de répondre à notre propre rôle dans la perpétuation des systèmes coloniaux qui ont causé ces dommages et ces injustices. Typically, our events begin with a welcome and teaching from an Indigenous elder or knowledge keeper. Understandably, their wisdom and strength is needed to support the mourning and healing of their communities at this difficult time. And so the Experiences Canada Youth Council and I will endeavor to show our respect in other ways to acknowledge and honor the place of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people as stewards of these lands. The body of work you are about to see captures the melancholy that many of us are feeling, but it also inspires us with messages of strength, resilience, hard work, and determination to continue forward, seeking a brighter tomorrow. It is my honor to be your guide as we premiere over 190 incredible short documentaries, music videos, artwork, websites, and other multimedia projects created by youth from Pele Island to Inuvik and from Bella Coola to Charlottetown. It has been an extraordinary year for us, of course, because of the pandemic, but also because we are celebrating our 85th anniversary. And yes, I do think we look pretty good for our age. Tout au long de notre histoire, nous nous sommes concentrés sur le fait de donner aux jeunes Canadiens la possibilité d'explorer une autre partie du pays qu'ils n'auraient peut-être jamais voir dans leurs propres yeux. Like everyone else, the pandemic has turned that upside down. And so this past year, over 2,000 youth were involved in exploring their own communities in different ways and creatively sharing what they've learned with their twins and, as of tonight, with all of us. We encourage you to share your reactions and questions in the chat feature throughout the show, and there will be time after the program ends for some questions and answers. So please sit back and enjoy this virtual travel experience across Canada, beginning first with a look back at Experiences Canada's own history.
Merci Expérience Canada, merci bonhomme.
Je te donne toutes mes différences, tous ces défauts qui sont autant de chance.
What a beautiful reminder of the incredible life-changing journeys Experiences Canada has created for over 500,000 youth over the years. Doesn't it make you eager to travel again? Hello, Oki, Tansei, Anin, Tanshe, Dada Nastada. I am Dave McInnes, Chair of the Board of Directors of Experiences Canada. I am pleased to bring greetings from Edmonton, which since time immemorial has been a meeting place for a diverse range of Indigenous peoples who have enriched this land with their histories, languages, and cultures. We would like to think Experiences Canada is a meeting place too, providing the life-changing opportunities to bring youth together to build respect, connection, and to learn more about each other. None of our work would be possible without the many dedicated volunteers, program partners, and financial contributors who fuel this commitment and support our programs. I would like to welcome and thank you, all of our new supporters, for their generous personal donations towards our first ever virtual choir. Tonight, we also celebrate new corporate supporters of Experiences Canada, including Northwest Company's Healthy Horizons program, Risk Balance, Neolor, and Zelex. We thank you most sincerely for your contributions, that you have been essential in making this year's difficult transition possible. Experiences Canada also benefits greatly from its long-standing partnership with the Department of Canadian Heritage, which has been a key supporter for over 30 years. Maintenant, je suis ravi de vous présenter le ministre de Patrimoine, Monsieur Stephen Guilbeault. Merci.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I hope you're all well. I'm joining you from Montreal on the traditional territory of the Mohawk and other Haudenosaunee peoples. For 85 years, Experiences Canada has believed in young people. And with good reason, because as Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says, An investment in young people today is an investment in our future success as a country. I agree wholeheartedly. When we invest in your experiences and exchanges, even if virtual, we're investing in the best that Canada has to offer. We're investing in creativity, innovation, and the desire to build a world that is more inclusive and open to the realities of others. Je tiens à vous dire que je suis très impressionné par votre résilience tout au long de la pandémie. Que vous soyez enseignant ou enseignante, participant ou participante, parent ou ami, vous avez su passer d'un programme en personne à un mode complètement virtuel. Bravo d'avoir relevé le défi. Je tiens aussi à remercier Expérience Canada pour tout ce qu'il fait pour les jeunes dans le cadre de ces échanges et de ces forums. C'est un partenaire de longue date de Patrimoine canadien et un organisme important pour nos jeunes. Enfin, je veux féliciter tous ceux et celles qui vont nous raconter leurs histoires et nous faire voir le Canada à travers leurs yeux et la nouvelle carte interactive. Merci de partager vos vidéos, vos chansons, vos œuvres et vos projets multimédia. J'ai hâte de voir les résultats. By making meaningful connections with each other, something you are so good at, you are appreciating the beauty and diversity of Canada. You are showing us the way. And with Canada Day just around the corner, we have a great opportunity to imagine a brighter future thanks to our youth. I hope you have a wonderful celebration and lots of fun.
Hi, I'm Lee Hayes.
And I'm Rob Kosh.
I'm Roberto Pliers. So we are thrilled to tell you the story about the Experiences Canada Choir. Nous sommes vraiment heureux et excités de vous raconter l'histoire de la chorale d'Expérience Canada.
We know that youth involved in artistic groups like bands and choirs had it particularly hard this year, since restrictions made it so that they could not get together.
So we teamed up with Experiences Canada to create a virtual choir that would still enable these youth to hang out virtually together, develop their skills, and maybe create music in ways they had never done before.
Pour moi, ce projet a été vraiment inspirant de voir ces jeunes se rencontrer semaine après semaine et passer à travers des chansons canadiennes avec passion, énergie et bonne humeur.
Working with teens from across Canada on this virtual choir has been incredible. What struck me most was that once the ice was broken, how willing everyone was to get outside of their comfort zone and record themselves singing. Not only that, we then asked them to record video clips of themselves singing. Recording audio and video can be very uncomfortable, and I know many adults who couldn't get it done. But all of these kids just went for it. Bravo.
One thing that really stood out for me was the passion all of the participants have for music and how connected we became, how much of a community this weekly event created. Singing was our common denominator. I also loved how the chat box would light up every week and how people really started to get to know each other.
La chorale a travaillé vraiment très très fort pendant 3 mois et demi pour enregistrer 4 chansons canadiennes. Donc, on a vraiment hâte de vous montrer ça.
The concepts for the videos were entirely theirs, and we couldn't be more excited to premiere them here tonight.
Throughout tonight's event, you will hear all of our choir members, see them all, and you will also meet some of our choir members who will share their experience and introduce the music videos.
We would like to thank the generous donors who made this virtual choir possible.
We'd also like to thank Experiences Canada for giving us this opportunity to get to know these amazing kids from across Canada.
Most importantly, we'd like to thank all of the members of the choir for making these past few months of pandemic living so much fun.
This
is
Canada.
Hi, my name is Jessica Ramachandran and I'm 15 years old from Portage La Prairie, Manitoba. Being a part of this whole Experience Canada virtual choir for the past few months has been an amazing journey, getting to know kids from all over the country and doing something really cool together. Please enjoy our music video, Scars to Your Beautiful by Alessia Cara.
She just wants to be beautiful. She goes unnoticed. She knows No limits she craves, attention she praises, an image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we have made her blind, so she tries to cover up her pain and cut her woes away. 'Cause cowgirl girls don't cry after their face is made. But there's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No scars, you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No scars, you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. She has dreams to be an envy, so she's starving, you know. Cover girls eat nothing, she says. Beauty is pain and there's beauty in everything. What's a little bit of hunger? I can go a little while longer. She fades away, she don't see her perfect, she don't understand she's worth it. All that beauty goes deeper than the surface. Oh, oh. So to everyone who's hurting, let me be your mirror. Help me see a little bit clearer. The light that shines within is a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No scars, you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No scars, you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. No better you than the you that you are. No better life than the life we're living. No better time for you to shine, you're a star. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No stars, you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No stars, you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful.
Kwe Achiliae. Bonjour. Hi, everyone. I'm Jamie McCullough, Director of Programs for Experiences Canada. I'm speaking to you from the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin First Nation in Ottawa. 15 months ago, when the outbreak of the pandemic started and the global shutdown was announced, my team spent a panicked few years postponing and canceling travel that had been booked for thousands of youth last year. Although we never imagined we would still be here a year later, waiting for that time when it is safe to travel again, we did know that we wanted to immediately begin working to find other ways to help young people foster broader connections and explore the diversity of Canada's peoples, languages, histories, and cultures. L'expérience nous a tous mis au défi d'accueillir des nouvelles compétences et de développer de nouvelles approches d'apprentissage. Vous voyez certains des résultats de cet effort collectif ici ce soir. Mais ce dont je suis le plus fière, c'est la façon dont les jeunes eux-mêmes ont relevé ces défis, pas seulement dans la façon dont ils ont continué à étudier et à apprendre dans un nouveau environnement, mais comment ils ont également pris confiance en eux-mêmes en partageant leur point de vue et en nous montrant de nouvelles façons d'apprendre. I am pleased to say that virtual exchanges will continue throughout the summer and next school year. Even when travel resumes, we believe they will be a permanent part of our program, offering a series of ice-breaking opportunities for groups who do travel on exchanges, as well as a virtual experience for those groups who may never be able to travel in person. Here are some of what the youth involved in the program had to say.
I would have to say my favorite part of the whole virtual exchange program in general was definitely the freedom and creativity I was allowed to have within the different projects that we were assigned at each module.
I really loved the exchange because it got me to kind of explore and reconnect with my community.
In school, I feel like with the online format, creativity was a little bit hindered with the rigidity of the programs. So being able to go out and make a video about my community however I want and present it in a way that I want was really refreshing for me.
Dans le fond, ce que j'ai le plus apprécié dans cet échange virtuel-là, c'est les communications avec ma correspondante, puisque j'ai pu découvrir son milieu puis son milieu de vie. Aussi, j'ai remarqué que on avait beaucoup de différences puis de ressemblances. Puis j'ai pu pratiquer mon anglais pendant nos discussions.
During my virtual exchange with the cross-country ski club in Smithers, BC, I was surprised by a few things. The first being how beautiful it is up there. I've never been out west, and now I really want the chance to visit. It's absolutely breathtaking and almost looks too good to be true.
I feel that our societies are stronger when people can influence the life of their communities. I believe that Experiences Canada and the module teaches students about leadership, current affairs, and community involvement. They develop communication skills, helped build friendships across cultures, and increase confidence with each other.
And my favorite part of the virtual exchange program was definitely the daily life section. I enjoyed making the Kahoot, as I got to kind of make a fun quiz with some facts from Calgary that I didn't even know when I made the quiz. And it was really nice to show it off.
My name is Shakira, and I learned how to say thank you in New York from the Indigenous perspective presentation.
How do you say thank you?
Stitunit.
My favorite activity during this virtual exchange was the map making activities. Personally, I really like geography, so I actually learned more about the historical architects and also about the nature in our community. And I also learned more about my partner's community's local arts from this exchange experience.
On a fait beaucoup d'activités ensemble. Par exemple, on a fait la cuisine ensemble. On faisait chacun de la cuisine, chacun de notre bord. On a pu partager nos recettes puis ce qu'on aime cuisiner.
Especially the Indigenous perspective section. I had heard a lot about the Indigenous and we had learned about them in school, but I never really spent my time researching them and getting to know their culture, the different religious behaviors that they had, their spirituality, and so on and so forth. This program really helped me with that as I got to explore the Mi'kmaq, which were one of the Indigenous groups that occupied my community before it was ever built, and the Indigenous groups that occupied my twins community, which was really good since I got to learn about two different Indigenous groups and really expand my knowledge on that.
My favorite part of the whole virtual exchange was making the daily life videos.
And I think that the exchange really helped me to realize how much I take my community for granted and how amazing it really is.
I really loved the history module the most because I got to make a really interesting Padlet, which I got to kind of color and organize and add really pretty pictures, which I really enjoyed. And I got to create descriptions of the places that I really, really love. And that was a really touching kind of memory for me to make with the exchange.
My favorite activity would definitely have to be getting to interview a food and nutrition small business owner. I thought it was really interesting getting to learn the ins and outs of her business, what she does in a day-to-day life, and also how she got to where she was today.
It was a really nice break from doing schoolwork, especially because of the pandemic and because of lockdowns. We haven't really been able to go out, so all I was doing was schoolwork and basically being at home. But with this exchange, I got to do something other than schoolwork, and that was a really nice change. And I also got to make a new friend and learn about her community in the process.
Hi, my name is Avery, and I'm 11 years old from North Vancouver, British Columbia. It's been such an amazing opportunity to be a part of something special and to come together during COVID. This song talks about the beauty of life in the far north, and our video includes us in some of our favorite places in nature and all the people we are missing because of the pandemic. Please enjoy our music video, Northern Lights by the Jerry Fans.
Wow, what an incredible job our choir did with the Jerry Cans Northern Lights. We also want to give a special shout out to teen throat singers Samantha Metcalf and Kaylin de Grandpré, who together are Tarnarik. They not only participated in the video, but they even dropped by one of our choir practices to teach us about the tradition of throat singing. Another new project we launched this year was the Virtual Art Gallery. We wanted youth to use their creativity to document life during the pandemic and their hopes for life after the pandemic. We'll be announcing prizes for the top entries in a moment. And right after this broadcast, you can stroll through the virtual gallery and read all about the youth artists and their pandemic reflections. But for now, here's a collection of some of the artworks we received.
My name is Kogi, and I am 18 years old, and I've been a member of the Yak for 2 years, and I am on Treaty 1 territory now known as Manitoba. I am really excited to be with you today to present the Youth Art Gallery Awards and winners. First, I just want to say how there are a lot of talented youth artists in Canada. And you could see from the video, the judges had a difficult time choosing from such an amazing pool of entries. Thank you to all the artists for taking part. Youth between the ages of 12 to 25 were invited to submit their artwork to the virtual gallery. The theme of the show is Pandemic Perspectives, encouraging artists to provide representations of life during the pandemic and/or aspirations for change in a post-pandemic world. All artwork was reviewed by a team of volunteer judges. 3 art pieces from 3 age groups were chosen to receive a gallery award. The winning art piece in each age category will receive a $500 gift voucher for art and media supplies, and the 2 runner-ups in each age category will receive $100 vouchers. So here we go. In the 12 to 15 age group, the 2 runner-ups are Hiding Behind a Mask and Lockdown World. Congratulations. And the winner for the 12 to 15 category is Wrath of Polar Bear. Congratulations. In the 16 to 19 age group, the 2 runner-ups are Empty Highway and Where Are You? Congratulations. And the winner of the 16 to 19 category is Stuck in My Bed. Congratulations. In the 20 to 25 age group, the 2 runner-ups are Chinatown and Hygienic Chess. Congratulations. And the winner of the 20 to 25 category is Pandemic Vocabulary, Self-Portrait. Congratulations. The gallery is now open for all to see, and the link is in the chat and available on the Experiences Canada website. Please check out the incredibly talented artist's work. And now back to you, Deborah.
Thanks so much, Kogi. I have to say, we are all so impressed with the artwork we received for the gallery. Congratulations to everyone who participated. We really appreciate your sharing your talents and your perspective with us. J'aimerais encore une fois remercier nos supporters. Que vous soyez un nouveau donateur ou l'un de nos fidèles champions, votre soutien a fait toute la différence pour nous cette année et toute la différence pour des milliers de jeunes à travers le pays. L'année dernière, notre 85e année, a été la plus difficile, dynamisée par une nouvelle réflexion visant à redéfinir la manière de mener à bien notre mission. Cette année s'est déroulée à un rythme incroyablement rapide et a été marquée par de nouvelles étapes passionnantes. Au cours de l'année écoulée, nous avons eu besoin de votre aide et vous avez été là pour nous. One family to which we owe a special thank you is the Garami family. This year has been extremely difficult for them as they cope with the loss of their husband and father, Andres Garami, who passed away on January 22nd. Andres is remembered by many for his infectious smile and positive energy. He was an avid sports enthusiast and believed strongly in community youth engagement. We are deeply honored that this wonderful family chose to honor Andres's memory by directing memorial donations to Experiences Canada. His legacy of generosity will benefit many youth looking for an opportunity to build their leadership skills and confidence and foster a greater connection to their communities and to Canada. Together, all our donors and supporters have worked to ensure Experiences Canada programs remain accessible for all Canadian youth, regardless of changes in their family's economic circumstance, cultural concerns, or geographical or technical barriers. Whether it's been through a Facebook fundraiser, birthday celebration, or a general donation, we thank you for giving thousands of youth this life-changing opportunity to open their minds and involve themselves in a broader world. By helping them to see more, you help them to be more. Merci.
Miigwech. I'm happy to bring greetings from the Northwest Company, situated in Treaty 1 territory and homeland to the Métis people. We are pleased to support the important work of Experiences Canada in continuing to find creative ways to bring young people together when so much has kept them apart this past year. Whether it has been creating websites or Kahoots about their community as part of our virtual exchanges, making music videos as part of the virtual choir, or contributing art to the virtual art gallery. It's inspiring to us to see how effectively you all are able to communicate your emotions, your ideas, and your aspirations through creative media. We are all looking forward to the end of this pandemic tunnel, and your collective efforts tonight are the guiding light to help bring us there. Thank you for sharing your experiences and your talents with us. Here's hoping for a safe, fun-filled summer outdoors for you, your friends, and your families.
Thank you very much, Andrew. We really appreciate the generous support of the Northwest Company and the Healthy Horizons program. Maintenant, c'est un plaisir de vous présenter Bethany Jacobs, an étudiant de Memorial University à Terre-Neuve. Bethany is one of 3 inaugural Exchange Champions. We created Exchange Champions program to provide youth between the ages of 21 and 30 with practical work experience and mentorship so they can develop their personal leadership skills while providing additional support for the planning of exchanges and other youth work in their communities. Hi, Beth. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
Thanks for having me. It's a big pleasure and honor. So my name is Beth, as you may know. I'm 27 and my dad's family is from Walpole Island Reserve in Ontario in the south. My mom is from here in Newfoundland and I'm residing on Beothuk Mi'kmaq territory as well as Inuit. So I grew up as a Christian in a Christian background with my mom's family because my dad and my mom were split up. And I never really got my Indigenous teachings and the traditional teachings. And I had to start reclaiming my indigeneity slowly when I was 18. So now that I walked that path a little bit more, I just love to inspire people to walk their own path and also to connect the bridge between a lot of faith communities who don't understand a lot of the nuances of indigeneity, but also the Indigenous community with other parts of our community in the local area so that they can become empowered and strengthened and the resiliency can be highlighted instead of otherwise.
So I know that that's been a big part of what you've been doing this year and reaching out to youth, not just within your own community, but across Newfoundland. So how are you going to use the virtual exchanges next year?
So throughout the year, I realized with a few of my positions that connecting with people is hard, especially in the virtual world, as we all know and have learned continuously each day of our lives, that Zoom fatigue is real and it affects the motivation and the ability and capacity of everyone with everything they do. So I was trying to think of different avenues and different ways to mold the Experiences Canada modules around people's capacity because I didn't want them to not have the opportunity, but I also didn't want to give up. And I also didn't want to expect too much out of people. So I tried a few different things and honestly, none of them worked. But that's okay because we are humans.
Yeah.
And after that, I decided that maybe it would be better to just try a one-shot thing, do a weekend thing so that people would not feel that they're being asked too much, but they would also have this exciting experience, which they could put in the memory boxes for the rest of their lives.
That is just great. And I think one of the things that we were hoping for when we started this whole project is we wanted to design it with that kind of flexibility in mind. Mm-hmm. So people could use it in whatever way was going to work for them in the situation that they're in. So you're getting yourself ready to take on sort of this whole new adventure next year. What is it that you're really hoping that the youth that you involve will take away from this?
I want them to take away a few things. Relational vitality with both themselves, the creator, the world, but also with other people as well. I want them to take away a deep sense of identity So whether you're settler or indigenous or BIPOC settler, which without the I guess, to understand who you are, both as an individual, as a collective, and in relation to the wider community. And then the third thing I would want people to take away is reassurance of whatever goals they have in their path, because the modules that Experience Canada has is very flexible to fit with everybody's journey, and everyone will learn a little tidbit of knowledge and a little bit of themselves.
Well, we are so pleased to be working with you. We wish you all the best of luck next year. We're super excited to see how it all turns out. So thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you, and I hope you too have a wonderful year.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Jessica, j'ai 13 ans et je viens de Wakefield, Québec. Cette chorale a été une expérience très amusante et nouvelle pour moi. Cette chanson suivante a été écrite en 1842 après la rébellion du Bas-Canada. Profitez de notre vidéo pour un Canadien errant d'Antoine Gérin-Lajoie.
Vous êtes disparus. my name is Trinity Tivolati. I am currently 17 years old, and I acknowledge that I live on Chief Dry Geese territory. From time immemorial, it has been the traditional land of Yellowknife's Dene First Nation, and more recently the homeland of the North Slave Métis Alliance, now known as Yellowknife. I've been on the Yak for 2 years. Being on the Yak has been an incredible experience, from meeting every month with like-minded youth to talking to members of parliament and participating in meaningful discussions. It has made me more comfortable speaking in large groups and has helped me grow as a person. I'm very thankful for all the friendships I've made and will continue to carry with me thanks to the Yak. Before moving on, I wanted to touch on what Deborah mentioned earlier tonight, and that is without all of you, we would not be able to have these incredible life-changing experiences. Experiences Canada's exchanges, both in person and virtual, rely on the support of hundreds of volunteers every year. Teachers, group organizers, as well as parents and community organizations that hosted youth and shared their resources to create these online stories. Without them, none of this would be possible. On behalf of all youth alumni in the program, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. About 20% of these communities are in Indigenous, Northern, and rural communities, for whom having a group of 20 to 30 youth arrive in the community for a week is a significant commitment. As we all know, one of the calls to action from the Truth and Reconciliation Report was to foster more opportunities for dialogue among youth. Experiences Canada, with the generous support of donations from sponsors and individuals like you, it helps to support these costs so that all youth participating can benefit from the involvement of these communities. We invite everyone who is able to do so to please continue to be an active part of Experiences Canada family by making a donation. It's easy to do, just head to the Experiences Canada website or click the link we've included in the chat and comment section. When you make your gift, please take a moment to share your story with us. Thank you for being there for all youth in Canada at a time we need it most.
As a cross-country skier, seeing the mountains and looking at all the snow around was really exciting. Ottawa is a big city with lots of different things to see, but hearing from the kids my own age in Smithers across the country made me realize that we have a lot in common too.
J'ai découvert que ma jumelle avait beaucoup de traditions, plus que moi, que j'ai beaucoup aimé découvrir. Comme exemple, par exemple, le aîné qu'on a fait ensemble. Ma jumelle fait aussi de la danse indienne. J'ai pu vraiment beaucoup en découvrir sur ces traditions.
The program definitely helped me get through the pandemic a little bit. It was nice to have that interaction with people from different areas across the country that I wouldn't get during the pandemic, because usually in sports or something like that, I get to know somebody on like a different team from a different part of the country, and you just naturally start talking about things from your daily life, right? But you know, since the pandemic shut everything down, I didn't get that kind of factor anymore, and so it was really nice just talking with Bohai, and just, you know, you make a new friend over the internet, and it's very meaningful to have somebody like that and to have a program that can connect people together.
And it was really great to be able to forge a new connection during the pandemic, because I think we really lost a lot of our human connections through that and our social interactions. So it was great to have that thing once a week where I got to talk with her and I got to learn more and kind of continue my education and all of that during this pandemic.
So I really felt connected with my twin during the exchange experience, because we meet a lot, and also there are lots of information exchanges.
Not only did I learn about my own community, I learned about the community of my twin. And I think I learned a bit more about my own community than I did my twins. It's not that his wasn't informative, it's just that I wasn't very knowledgeable on my own community.
Making a new friend is always exciting. My twin and I had a sense of responsibility to complete each module and provide one another a deeper understanding of our communities.
There's so much more in my community that I'm kind of more aware about.
What surprised me about the similarities and differences between our two communities is just how much they are rooted around the landscape.
Dans le fond, encore quand on faisait perspective autochtone, mais dans le fond, ma correspondante, elle me parlait un peu de elle, ses communautés, c'était comment. Puis elle me disait qu'il y avait environ 7 communautés proches de chez elle, 7 communautés autochtones. Donc, tu sais, je trouvais ça beaucoup parce que moi, j'habite même pas dans une, puis il y en a juste une près de chez moi. Donc, c'est vrai, je pourrais vraiment voir la différence, puis elle m'expliquait un peu chaque communauté, les personnes qu'il y avait dedans. Puis...
I think both of us being from two different cities was definitely very beneficial to each of us, especially when it came to talking about universities and our plans for our post-secondary career. I know that both of us want to keep our options open with where we're going to school, so me being from Ontario and her being from Vancouver, we kind of got to discuss with each other about each of the local universities that are around our area and also their different types of programs to get a more personal, actual in-person reaction and to find out just more details rather than looking on a website.
I really enjoyed the experience as a whole. I learned so much. I looked into topics that I hadn't thought to look into, and I think this experience has been really good.
Virtual exchanges can connect people who might otherwise be unable to build relationships with other cultures.
And also in the special time period, since the exchange really helped me to get over the pandemic a lot.
My name is Tristan, and I would like to do the virtual exchange again.
The exchange program is really amazing, and it's really fun, and it lets you connect with people from all across Canada. My twin was super amazing, and we got along great, and I got to learn even more about my community as well as hers, which is just a really great way to connect to people from all kind of walks of life, as well as connect to people who you already have something in common with.
Hi, my name's Laura, and I was the group organizer for Excelsa School. The virtual exchange definitely helped us during the pandemic as it helped us feel less isolated in our small community.
I hope we can visit in the future.
We did it!
By far and away, the biggest project we undertook this year were the virtual exchanges. In the end, we received over 200 projects from 60 groups and individuals participating. The groups were largely classrooms, but we also had ski groups, Duke of Edinburgh Award candidates, and other youth organizations looking for a way to connect at a time when their usual travel excursions were simply not possible. We also wanted to find a way of ensuring that they all knew they were part of a much larger effort. Together in these extraordinary times, we were documenting life in their communities for the rest of us to see and remember. More importantly, they are giving so many more of us now and in the future an opportunity to travel to parts of Canada we otherwise may never see. Nous avons travaillé avec la formidable Société de développement multimédia, Agence Sudo, à Québec, qui a miraculeusement réussi à tout créer pour nous. Grâce au encouragement de nombreux participants de cette année, nous avons déjà décidé de poursuivre les échanges virtuels l'année prochaine. Ce que vous êtes sur le point de voir est donc une carte vivante du Canada, animée par vos jeunes participants, qui continuera de croître et de changer au cours des prochaines années. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look. This is Canada. Le voilà, le Canada.
Helion is very unique compared to the rest of Canada. With under 200 year-round residents, Canada's most southern inhabited point is a small, caring community with a lot to experience. Seasons seem to govern our daily life on an island a lot. For example, a farmer might be an electrician in the winter, and a fisherman might be a carpenter in the winter. And their children get introduced to different livelihoods. They get to know something of different vocations through their parents.
L'économie de Bathurst est formée de plusieurs aspects dont la pêche, l'industrie du bois, la restauration, services hospitaliers et quelques services fédéraux et provinciaux. Pour mieux nous informer, nous avons fait quelques entrevues. Commençons avec Philippe Roy, un pêcheur.
Hello everyone, Anin Ziko. My name is Liam Yaden. I am currently 16 years old and live on the traditional territory of the Cree, Saulteaux, and the homeland of the Métis First Nations in the beautiful province now called Saskatchewan. I am the president of the YAC and have been part of Experiences Canada family since my first exchange in 2019. Something I would say is that my exchange gave me a lot more courage and independence, as it was my first big trip without my family. Over the course of the exchange, we were partnered with people we didn't know, and we had to live with them and lead in activities. This helped when we have to do group projects in school, because we have to learn how to cooperate with others. It is my role tonight to officially welcome every one of the youth participants in this year's program to the Experiences Canada Alumni Network. Congratulations, you made it. Although your virtual experience may be over, opportunities to connect with other youth through Experiences Canada is only just beginning. Through the website, Experiences Canada regularly posts notices for other youth programs, scholarships, contests, and challenges that encourage young Canadians to continue to discover their country in ways they may have never even imagined. As a youth organization, Experiences Canada is also dedicated to ensuring a strong voice for the youth, both in development of its own programming, as well as providing advice and feedback to others about your youth options and concerns. Sign up to be a member of the growing Youth Advisory Panel, that is regularly consulted through online surveys and occasional focus groups. For those of you who want a more hands-on role, apply to become a member of the Youth Advisory Committee. You too could end up being an online superstar like us. We are currently recruiting new members and are crossing our fingers that we will be meeting in person as we usually do this coming November. More details for both of these opportunities can be found at our website, www.experiencescanada.ca, or in the chat here. Whatever you choose to do next, I want to wish all of you a fabulous summer break. You've earned it. And now I'd like to pass it over to Deborah Morrissey for a few closing words.
Merci, Liam. Le comité jeunesse a fait un travail fabuleux à animer notre émission ce soir. Et juste comme ça, nous amène à la fin de notre présentation. J'ai vraiment aimé explorer le pays avec vous ce soir et je tiens à féliciter tout particulièrement les plus de 2000 jeunes participants pour leurs efforts incroyables. Ils ont contribué à donner vie à la diffusion web de ce soir. If you have any questions or want to join in on the discussion at the end of our live stream, please stay online after the closing music video. We hope tonight has offered you joy, affirmation, hope, and inspiration about the potential of tomorrow. We could all use a little bit more of that right now. It's been a difficult year and an even more difficult past few weeks. As we head into Canada, I know a lot of us may not be feeling much in the mood for celebrating. But I'm also reminded of the famous quote from human rights activist Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love." Whether we are of here, arrived here, or born here, we all love this land on Turtle Island now called Canada. That deep love will give us the humility, strength, and courage we need to continue forward with renewed hope to work better on that which we have yet to build together. Without hope, there is no action. So let's make this Canada Day a day to honor, love, and hope. Profitez de votre été et nous espérons vous faire voyager à nouveau dans l'année à venir.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'm 17 years old from Lethbridge, Alberta. I've had a lot of fun in this virtual choir, getting to meet youths from all across Canada who share my passion for music. Together, we created some awesome content. For this next song, we wanted to reflect the upbeat music that we had so much fun learning, practicing, and recording, and what better way to do so than with movement and lights. Please enjoy our music video, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.